welcome to Cuenca, Ecuador.
Hey everybody, today our video is going to be about the people that we look to for guidance while we travel and when we're going to go on our adventures. Now, Julie and I, we've been traveling for how long?
A lot of years, at least 12.
We did not know how valuable the YouTube channels are out there. There's some great vloggers that are traveling nonstop, putting out wonderful videos about places all over the world.
Had I have known about these vloggers, my goodness, my Philippines trip that I planned for Warren and I, and the Montenegro trip I took with a friend of mine would have been so much more enriching because we would have known what to do, where to go, and these guys really provide a lot of guidance.
So we are going to introduce you to 12 of our favorite YouTube channels for travel vloggers. Now, we're not going to have a number one, there's no winner. We are going to have everybody organized in order of how many subscribers they have. Having subscribers is important in the YouTube world. It helps you to monetize, and hopefully at some point you can make a buck on your videos. Now, for example, Julie and I, we just started our channel. We have only 1,500 subscribers at this particular point. We started in March. As most of you know, we're traveling the world with our two dogs. Here's Gracie.
Here's Katie.
There's Katie. And our goal is to spend about a month in each location that we travel so we can get to feel what it's like to live there and provide you with information if you wanted to move there, retire there, or even go vacation. So at this point, there's different types of travelers out there. A lot of them are just in and out for 2 or 3 days and off to another location. So we're gonna go through a myriad of different types of vloggers. You'll probably like them all, but at the very least, there's gonna be a couple out here that will fit what you're looking for.
The first couple we're going to speak about today are Amelia and JP. And honestly, we found them because we decided we were going to do a little bit earlier retirement than we had originally planned, about 1.5 years early. And so we decided that Ecuador seemed to be a great first stop for us. Amelia and JP have been doing this now for, I think it's 3 years, but I'm not sure.
Since 2017.
And we felt like we really related well with them. They have 2 dogs, ironically. And the only difference with them and us is that they are making Ecuador their home for several years. We are for 6 months or less.
Yeah, so Amelia and JP, they're an interesting couple. So first off, Julie and I were vegetarian, and when we were looking at different travel things, something that popped up is that Amelia and JP, their earlier videos were called Vegans Abroad. So they're actually a vegan couple. So it was interesting to get their take on some of their experiences in that area. But they do an in-depth look at what it's like to live in Ecuador. They'll take you to the pharmacy, to the drugstore, to the dental office. Anywhere they go, they've got their camera. Now, they did move from Cuenca right before we got here, so I think It was to avoid us. But anyway, they're down on the coast now in Olan. We're up here in Cuenca. They're a really great couple. We'll eventually get together with them, probably have dinner or coffee or something. But they've got 8,500 viewers or subscribers, and they've had almost 1 million views on their videos to date. They're a wealth of information when it comes to Ecuador. So if you are part of that expat community that's looking at retiring outside the US and looking at Ecuador, this is the couple you want to tune into. And if you hear a motorcycle in the background, our apologies. In the country of Ecuador, I think it's a law to try to make sure that you have a very loud motorcycle to set off alarms. But outside of that, you know, it is what it is. Tune into Amelia and JP. They've been doing this since 2017. They've got information on Ecuador, and this is the couple for you. So the next couple on our list are the Delightful Travelers, and they currently have 58,000 subscribers. They've had 314 videos that they've made and about 7 million views. So the Delightful Travelers, I think, Julie, you found them, right?
I did. When we were looking to come to South America, I found them in with their Argentina videos, and they are fantastic. Cute little couple, Anna and Trevor. And I highly suggest you watch what they have. They're colorful, they're fun, and we really enjoy their videos, and they're a wealth of information.
Yeah, I kind of feel like I could get along with Trevor and Anna quite a bit. We've been watching them recently in the Philippines while they've been going through their quarantine. They're a nice couple from Canada, and if you're looking for people that are experiencing the world and traveling and interacting with people, as well as seeing what things are like now in the current state of the world, they're a good couple to follow. They hit most of the tourist places that they go.
Definitely.
Yes.
I'm quite envious of them right now, since they're on the beach in El Nido in the Philippines, and every day they get to see the gorgeous waves and the beach, and it makes me miss it quite a bit.
And just in case you haven't figured out, the video over Julie's head are the videos or the couples or the people that we are going to be speaking about. So when you see those people in the background and you wonder why we left our TV on, that's actually the YouTube channel watching one of the videos back there. And so that's a video, I think, of them in Argentina that is currently back there. But good couple, friendly. Tune into their channel. And I don't think I mentioned this, but all of the links for all of the channels that we're going to speak about, I'm going to put in the description of the video. So most importantly, make sure you subscribe, give us a like, but go down to the description and go visit these channels. Until we can get hundreds and hundreds of videos up, right now we've got 18 videos. Until we can get the hundreds and sometimes thousands of videos that some of our folks that I guess we would call them our influencers.
Definitely.
Till we can get our library that large, these are the libraries you need to go check out.
The third couple on the list today are Danger and Stacey, and we found them through actually Eastern Europe videos. We particularly love Montenegro, and so they were actually doing a series on Albania, and I was trying to show him some areas of Albania to consider. Anyway, they're a couple from New Zealand, and they are a lot of fun, and one of the things that I really love about them is that they actually will tell you the prices of things, even down to bus tickets. And to us, that's a big deal, because we are budgeting for our retirement, just as these other people are budgeting their lives through either being digital nomads or working, remotely. And so this is a little couple from New Zealand that we definitely think are fantastic.
Yeah, Danger and Stacey, they started off as digital nomads in 2017. They quit their day jobs and they took off and got a one-way ticket to Thailand. And they've been traveling almost nonstop ever since. Danger, his real name is Dane, by the way, not Danger, but everybody calls him Danger, so that's a nickname. So Dane mentioned that they started off with a one-way ticket going to Thailand, and they quit their day jobs, and now they're spending 11 months on the road, and they are traveling full-time, seeing the world, and trying to give the best experience to you, the viewer, of what to expect or what you will see when you get to a location. Again, this is a great couple. I encourage you to check them out. As far as their stats, they have 125,000 subscribers currently. They have a library of 373 videos, and to date, they've had 15.3 million views of their videos. So they've got their ball rolling, and they have a successful channel going. The fourth couple on today's list, actually I shouldn't say couples because not everybody's a couple, by the way. The fourth vlogger on the list is Divert Living. And Divert Living, they've got currently 220,000 subscribers, 419 videos in their current library, and they've had 30 million views so far. So they've got a nice following at this point. And Jimmy and Ta are traveling the world, and I guess, Julie, you were impacted a little bit by the Colombia video that they
Yes.
had.
Of course, we are in South America, and our plan is to see Colombia at the end of our tour of South America. But Warren actually found a video they did in Colombia, and it really called attention to something that numerous travelers need to think about, and it's when you're booking an Airbnb or hotel or whatnot, really be careful, know your neighborhoods. Apparently they found themselves in quite a pinch with that, and so we really immediately were drawn to them for that reason. And also they're very good, just like Danger and Stacey, about talking about the cost. They even talked about the cost of their Uber or taxi, and to us, again, that is fantastic.
Yeah, and they are homeless. They're traveling year round. They are skipping from country to country. They put in some very informative videos. They're just a real pleasure to watch. If you get the time, please go check out their channel. You won't be sorry. They're very informative about where they're going and about prices as well, and how they go about their booking process also. So I think everybody would really enjoy watching this young couple as they travel the world. I think their motto was something like travel first and marry later. Interesting motto, but cute couple. So the next vlogger or vlogging channel on our list is Gabriel Traveller. And Gabriel Traveller is, how would you
I would say he brings things from a totally different perspective. He is a backpacker, and I do believe he's been traveling for 3 decades, which in itself is truly impressive. He actually takes you down to the nitty-gritty of hostels and things that are out of the ordinary. He also takes you to places that you don't necessarily think about. I do believe he even went to Iraq.
He did Kurdistan. He'll go to Nepal. He will do a low budget location. He has been doing this for a while. He'll hitchhike. If you are looking for bare bones budget adventure,
He's your guy.
he is. No doubt about it. If you're the person that's looking for luxury accommodations and staying at the Ritz, I don't know if he'll be your cup of tea, but if you're like a lot of people that are just looking for that adventure and are willing to put a backpack on their shoulder and head out with a minimal amount of money in their checking account or bank account, he's your man. Our next influencer, love this kid. Do we love this kid?
We do.
We are so envious of this 24-year-old Brit. He was 22 when he started this.
Yes.
And I don't want to offend anybody, but this guy's got some brass.
Gonads.
Yes. He travels alone, and he goes places where most Americans would be afraid of losing their head.
He is a gentle soul, and actually he was the very first travel vlogger I found on YouTube. I didn't even know that it existed, and I have to tell you, he just is impressive. I do believe I found him touring Kosovo. It was either Kosovo or Iraq or one of these crazy places, and man, he really gets in there. But he's a Zen guy who just travels the world by himself.
Fearlessly. He'll go to
Yes.
Tunisia, he'll go to Algeria, Morocco, Kuwait. He's been to Asia as well, but he is a solo traveler, and there is a coincidence here. There seems to be a lot of vegans or vegetarians that travel, and not just, probably I'm going to say about a third of what we find out there, we find out that these folks are either vegans, vegetarians, or pescatarians. And with Jason, he's a vegan. He is a
Vegetarian.
yeah. He's got a real good gentle soul to him. We do love this kid. We wish him the best. And he is also very conscious about giving you the price that he is experiencing. So.
And I have to tell you, I'm dying to check out the country of Turkey, and he did an outstanding series on Turkey, and I'm hoping that it helped influence Warren into allowing us to eventually go there.
I'm going to tell you what, I've been to 31 countries, Julie's been to 28. I feel like when we watch some of these people, we've only touched the tip of the iceberg. It just seems like they're going some places that are just so off the charts. But Jason, good kid, young man, I should say. Check him out, support him, watch his channel. So the next blogger on our list is Walter's World. Now, Mark and Jocelyn and their boys will travel the world. Their boys are young. They're probably like the 10, 11-year-old range.
They're probably younger than that. I'm not good about that.
But Mark has been very, very informative and instructional to Julie and I. We've communicated with them on some of their live chats, as well as behind the scenes with emails and chats going back and forth on Instagram or Facebook. And so he's a wealth of information. I look at him as a major influencer and somebody that's kind of given us guidance. And
we found him because we were going to Canada, and actually it was supposed to be a northeast trip, and the minute I saw Quebec City, I fell in love from the screen and said, oh my gosh, we're going to tour that part of Canada. And Walter's World, it just has so much energy. And he and his wife, it's a very loving relationship, and we just truly relate with them. Minus the 2 little children alone, we have 2 dogs, but they are outstanding and very informative. And he does a love and hate series, I believe.
Well, do's and don'ts.
Do's and don'ts.
Yeah. So he, but all of his do's are not do this or don't do this. Some of the don'ts are things that you need to do, and some of the do's are the things you don't. So it's a interesting thing. But if you ever want to know about a place before you go and what you should do or want to do or could do, he'll lay out the guidelines for you. So Mark and Jocelyn, our Walter's World, have 682,000 subscribers. So they've got a large following, and they've got 153 million views on their videos. It was funny, there's a story he was speaking about with his son is in school, and his son's teacher wanted to do videos or show videos for travel or different places around the world, and they've got Mark's son in the class. They've got Mark as a resource, and they end up putting on some Rick Steves videos and bringing in Rick Steves. And I think it was funny, just the way he told the story. It was kind of, I guess it was over the teacher's head that he was there as a resource, and it was just totally overlooked. But they're very, very informative. They travel the world. They've been to, I think, pretty much almost every continent. They're well worth subscribing to. Before you take any trip, go to Walter's World, look up that country, check out the do's and don'ts. I'm going to tell you that there's a 9 chance out of 10 he's going to have that video and the do and don't for you. But anyway, Mark, we appreciate you. I know that you're watching the video too. He's a subscriber here, but
he also does the U.S. too. So yes. He shows a lot of the U.S. So even if you're not going to internationally travel, he's a U.S. traveler as well.
And if you look at Mark right there in that picture, by the way, he's in Montenegro, and right behind him is where we own a home. Just so you know, Rick Steves is going to be part of our list of bloggers as well, and he's coming up shortly. But first, we have Fly in the Nest.
They are one heck of an energetic, adorable couple.
Yeah, so Stephen and Jess, they left home at a young age, and they started traveling. I think they had $30,000 in their account, and they decided they were just going to travel as long as they could. They put up videos, they racked up a following, and they've put up a ton of videos. To date, they've got 1,072 videos. They've had 60 million views of these videos, and they have 801,000 subscribers. So they've got a very, very large following. I would say that, you know, from a standpoint, and you can correct me if I'm wrong here, from a standpoint of just seeing the beauty of a country and to see the sparkle of adventure and I don't want to say bewilderment, but being beguiled at the awe of being somewhere and experience.
They are the epitome of a happy couple and happy people. And you can just feel that energy through and through watching any and every single video. You never see them get into any type of tiff, anything whatsoever, and boy, we just really enjoy them, and they inspire us. And again, they also did a turkey series and have another way for me to hopefully get him to let me see turkey.
Yeah, and they are very polished, the videos they put out. Same thing with Walter's World, and so some of these, they're just seem so professional. Now I will tell you that they are great entertainment. You'll learn about some travel hacks, and you'll really enjoy watching the experience of the now. As far as history knowledge, sometimes that's, as a person that loves history, I'm like, you missed this part of this historical place you were at, like in Masada in Israel. To me, I was so excited to see them go there, but it was a very brief encounter for them. But they bring so much energy to their daily life of travel. And if you just want to have a great vacation or vacation ideas, perfect. Watch them. Now, their videos are going to be changing a little bit. They're having a baby. Soon, very soon. So they've been in Australia a little bit where they're from, and we'll see how the baby fits in going forward. But right now, they've got about 4 years worth of travel under their belts and a ton of videos. You can binge watch them for weeks. So I would recommend you check them out. So now the next vlogger, which I don't know if we should call him vlogger.
No, he predates vlogging by far.
Yeah, we're talking about Rick Steves. Rick Steves, he's been doing TV shows for forever. He's got guidebooks out there, but he's been successful at transitioning into the new media.
Extremely. We actually, when we were doing some of our first travels, we went to the library. Wow, that dates us. Looking for inspiration for travel and found him. And he is phenomenal.
Yeah, Rick Steves, and by the way, Rick reached out and responded back to our request for his support on this video as well. And something just happened to our internet back there. It goes. So his folks did reach back out to us and gave us some information on Rick and some stuff that I wasn't really aware of. But you know, Rick has been doing this now for 40 years. They're contributing $1 million a year to global climate to offset his carbon footprint. He's spending 4 months a year in Europe to update guidebooks and the travel information that's being provided, and providing new videos on a regular basis. So Rick currently has almost 900,000 subscribers, 894,000 subscribers. His library has 1,800 videos, and he's got 202 million views on those videos on YouTube, not including off.
If you want a history lesson, he's your guy.
Yeah, he'll be the person that, if you wanted to know where a battle happened, the year it happened, these videos are going to be you. You history buffs that are traveling, you want to make sure you're tuned into Rick Steves. He's a A+ channel, good person.
Fun personality.
good, yeah, fun personality as well. And you know, regardless of your age, he's worth checking out. And again, everybody's channel is going to be down in the description. So make sure you tune into Rick Steves. You can't go wrong.
Next up on the list are the Vagabond Brothers, and they are two brothers from California, and they have a huge following. Their videos are top-notch, very well edited, very clean and crisp, and they have traveled extensively.
Yeah, Alex and Marco are their names. Again, these are their videos come out like Hollywood type videos. Definitely worth watching. Sometimes they could be quite adventurous, can get the heart beating. They'll also go over some culinary and food things too. They're a interesting couple of brothers that are worth checking into. They've got over 1 million subs, 1.02 million subscribers. For those of you that didn't pick up on, subs or subscribers, not sandwiches. So they've got 1 million subscribers. They've got a library of 427 videos, and to date they've had 75 million views of their videos. And believe it or not, these are still not our #1 most viewed channels yet. So 1 million subs for the Vagabond Brothers. They've been a lot of places around the world. They're exciting.
They're fun. They're a lot of fun.
Again, check their link down below. Another one of our favorites, Kara and Nate. And first off, I'm going to tell you what, I love Julie's smile, but there's something about Kara's smile that is so special, it will melt your heart. And she gets that giddy schoolgirl looking smile.
She does.
Oh, I love her, it melts my heart. Now, fortunately, I'm married to a very beautiful woman, and fortunately for Nate, I'm a little bit too old probably for Kara. And so, but her smile is just fantastic.
It lights up a room. She's a trip.
It does. This is a crazy couple.
Oh my gosh. There are two videos in particular I can speak about, and one of them is them walking on glaciers. I'm looking at this saying, oh, I probably could do this, until they're venturing back and they nearly fall through. And at that moment in time, I realized, okay, maybe they have pushed the envelope a little too hard. Second one is their series on Petra. I am dying to see Petra now, and it is on the to-do list. And they really took a lot of time and effort to put together a series on that takes you deep into seeing Petra and really appreciating the history.
Yeah, so, you know, this couple, they're from Nashville, Tennessee initially, and about 4 years ago, it was back in 2016, they basically hit the road for, I think it was gonna be a 6-month journey, but they decided to not stop.
Yep.
And they built one of the most successful channels out there for travel. They've been to over 100 countries. They just passed that in January, 100 countries that they've traveled to. This is 2020, by the way, so they're over 100 countries. They have a following of 1.45 million subscribers. That's 1,450,000 people are tuned into their channel when they release a video. They've released 725 videos so far, and they've had 211 million views of their videos. You can't help but love this couple. And if you're gonna do any traveling, if you're a travel buff, you should be subscribing to them. Check out their adventures. If you were gonna binge watch, you're gonna need probably a good, what year?
You're gonna need quite some time. They have a lot.
They do. But when we grow up, we would love to be like Kara and Nate.
I'm envious that they're as young as they are and seeing so much of the world at that point.
So the vlogger with the most subscribers that are in our top 12 vloggers that we like to follow is LeBlanc. Lost LeBlanc has got just edges out Nate and Karen, the most subscriber area. He's got just shy of 1.5 million subscribers. And at this particular point, he's released 687 videos, and there's been 138 million views of Lost LeBlanc's videos. I personally really like some of the older videos that he has. When he does great videos now. They're very, very polished. I don't want to take away, but when he was, I guess, a little bit younger, a little bit poorer, it was there's a little bit different feel. He's making a lot of money right now. He got a lot of different avenues of income coming in from his success on these videos. But he's definitely well worth watching.
The one that stood out most to me was his Easter Island series, and wow. Easter Island became a nightmare for he and his girlfriend, and actually we took it directly off of our South America list, and you know, we want to see Chile, but Easter Island, with that experience, we definitely have decided against it. He's well worth watching. You are talking about some outstanding video coverage. He really, really has polished videos. They are movie quality.
Yeah, his lady friend, girlfriend is a YouTube star as well in the Latin American, Spanish-speaking countries, and she was also part of that adventure, and she also has well over 1 million viewers of her channel. So they're like a royalty couple of travel vlogging. But yeah, Lost LeBlanc, definitely worth checking out. He also has different classes and different things that he'll do for travel, so you could check out his other side businesses that he does as well. But he started off as just a broke traveler and took off, and 4 or 5 years later, he's one of the most successful YouTubers in the world.
He has an outstanding outstanding series on Asia, and wow, I mean, just the colors and the work that he's put into showing many parts of the Philippines, parts of the islands that many people never even see. It is phenomenal.
So in closing, please subscribe, give us a like if you can. And as a reminder, this was not a worst to best list. This was everybody's a winner list, but that we are ranked them in order of the amount of subscribers they had. I wish everybody here had 1 million subscribers.
Yes, and these guys, they are well worth checking out. And even if you're just traveling the United States, if you are a United States American and that's all you're going to do is travel the United States, several of these people really show the United States.
Yeah, several of these people, the United States is a foreign country, so it's news for people back in Australia or New Zealand or other locations. So I would, wherever you're going to go, somebody on this list has got your back with knowledge and information. Whether you're going to check out Walter's World, Nate and Kara, Jason Billum. I mean, these guys are just fantastic, and I can't wait to meet some of them at some point in real life. I've communicated with quite a few of them behind the scenes. We've messaged on Instagram or on Facebook Messenger or email.
And even if you aren't going to travel at all, they make you feel like you are there. And that's the amazing thing, is to be able to feel like you have feet on the ground and you're actually experiencing what they are.
Yeah, we really feel like they're friends.
Yes.
So, but anyhow, if you can, please subscribe to us. You can binge watch us all in about a 3 or 4 hour time period right now, and at least on this date in 2020. These other folks, you might have to sit around for several weeks to binge watch all their stuff, but they've got great material. When we grow up, we want to be them. Okay. Anyway, we love you guys, and we hope to have you back watching us again sometime soon.
Thanks for watching.
Bye-bye.